A couple of years ago, I got a telephone call from a client who was getting cold feet just before a big presentation he was about to do in front of 3,000 people. He said to me on the phone with half an hour to go, "How am I going to live up to these people's expectations?" I asked him, did he know the people in the audience? And he said, "No, I don't. Of course I don't. There's 3,000 of them there." I then asked him, well, if that's the case, how do you know what their expectations are? Problem is that ordinarily we go through life trying to please other people when actually it is ourselves we should be pleasing first. Now, I don't mean that in a selfish way. I don't mean that from the perspective of pleasing our personality. I mean that from the perspective of putting ourselves, our true selves, first. Because if you don't put your true self first, you're no use to anybody else. In fact, you're a danger to everybody else. So, my point is that one shouldn't try to live up to other people's expectations, particularly when you don't know what they are. You should try to live up to your own expectations, and therein lies a problem. Research suggests that we only perceive what we expect to perceive and achieve what we expect to achieve. Ordinarily, research also suggests that our expectations are rather poor perspectives on what we might actually be able to achieve, because our formative conditioning and programming predisposes us towards being negative and predisposes us to favouring our perceived inadequacies over our perceived adequacies. In other words, what I'm saying is normally we live down to our expectations. We have to expect something different. Now, I don't use the word expect or expectation in the ordinary everyday colloquial sense here. I'm talking about subconscious expectation, or what you and I might call belief. What we actually believe we can achieve. Now, at the moment, our beliefs, coming from our stored knowledge, are based on snapshots we took during our formative years, and our beliefs vary from good through indifferent to bad. They're not the beliefs I'm talking about. Those beliefs are based on things that made an impression upon us during our formative years. The belief that I'm talking about is the belief that you want to install in your subconscious mind, either by writing down that you have achieved what you want to achieve before you've achieved it, or actually sitting down and formulating in your own mind the key things that you want to achieve in life and then writing them down as priorities. We have to impress upon our subconscious mind that we expect to achieve the things that we believe in, having made the choice as to what we want to believe ourselves, rather than have beliefs foisted upon us from what happened during our formative years. Having done that, then we should strive, and strive is the wrong word because this is effortless if you do it right, but we should strive to live up to our expectations. Once we start living up to our expectations, our world changes. Once our expectations are framed correctly and are subconsciously imbibed, then life will be different. We live up to our expectations, as I said a minute ago, not by striving, but by actually doing what needs to be done to the best of our ability in the moment in which it needs to be done. In other words, we live up to our expectations by, surprise, surprise, being mindful, being present, being engaged, being engrossed, turning up to our own lives. So, in the last few minutes, actually what you have is a recipe for happiness and success. All you have to do now is follow the method.